Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Draw Something with Andy. That's me. I am going to spend the next hour or so taking requests to draw whatever you want me to. Um, but for right now, I'm going to start off my stream with a little story. I've had a interesting afternoon. So what happened was I came home from work and I noticed that my smoke detector was chirping like it had a dead battery. And so I tried, I replaced the battery. I just took the battery, old battery out, put a new one in, and it kept chirping. That was like, okay, so did I do something wrong? So I got in contact with my dad, and we were trying to figure it out together. I was thinking I was going to have to unplug it. I was thinking of maybe calling the condo management, and so I had my dad drive all the way over here, all 15 minutes. He's pretty close. And it turns out that it was actually my, I think it was my carbon monoxide detector that was actually a dead battery. Actually had a dead battery. And so the whole time I could have just replaced the battery in that and it would have been totally fine. There's no more chirping now. I was nervous about there being chirping in the background while doing my show tonight. And yes, DJ Mike Brady confirms it was a carbon monoxide sensor. So, yeah, for having my dad drive all the way over here, I compensated him by giving him some of my bag of mini eggs I managed to snatch at the grocery store last week. Because, I mean, even though he lives close, relatively close, I felt bad in having him drive all the way over here to fix something I could have easily fixed myself. 28-year-old homeowner. But so that's given me inspiration for my first drawing tonight. I'm gonna draw a whiny smoke detector, or actually maybe carbon monoxide detector sensor that really wants a battery and is so adamant that it gets it. So let me go ahead and start this off here. All right. Yes, Areza0519, it is extremely annoying. Especially when it seems like no matter what you do, it won't stop. But of course, now I know it's because I was messing with the wrong sensor. Alright, so here it is. It's kind of it's a rectangular sensor, not a circular one. It's got this big switch button here in the middle. I'll call that the nose. I'll call that the nose. So, all right, there's that. And go ahead and... So, all right, so I'm kind of torn here. Like, I'm tempted to just have it be over-the-top, whiny, melodramatic, but that doesn't really fit what the thing actually does. Oh, DJ Mike Brady, yeah, oh man, I can't imagine. Not only was I not looking forward to having my stream going tonight with that chirping in the background, but having to go to sleep with that chirping in the background, that would have been awful. Yeah, thank goodness we got it figured out. Or you figured it out, I should have figured it out, whatever, water under the bridge. So... So I'm thinking, I should maybe I wanted to have it whiny, super melodramatic, but it just kind of beep, beep, beep. It's not really so much like over the top as much as just really repetitive and annoying. So I kind of want to maybe like give it a beak like a bird since it is literally chirping. Let me see. Maybe I can kind of kill two birds with one stone here. I'll go ahead and give it some big, sad, watery eyes. There we go. Give them those big sparkles in the eyes to really amp up the drama. I got. You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and. All right, so I'll make that just kind of draw the little speaker here for the chirping noise. have some sound wave or sound lines coming out. All right, and just kind of add a little bit of texture here just to make it a little more detailed. All right, so yeah. We'll go ahead and trace this over what I have so far, make it a little easier to see. Yeah, no, yeah, smoke detectors going off in the middle of the night or really any time at all, not cool, not good, not a fan. And yeah, as DJ Mike Brady mentioned in the chat, we finally got Facebook working. I'm sorry, that's not DJ Mike Brady. That's actually Mike Brinkerhoff on Facebook, because I am now streaming on Facebook. We figured out it was the privacy setting was wrong, so I managed to we got that figured out. So now I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, 3 different platforms at once, and that works for me. I'm hoping I can start getting more viewers and get some more requests in. This is a by request show, and am I seeing the Facebook comments? I'm not seeing the Facebook comments. Wow. Oops. I don't see them either. Hold on a second. I did take the chat away from visibility. And yeah, I saw your comment, Dad. I took the chat away from visibility just until it started to, some more chat messages started to pop up, and now they are, so cool. Okay. Back to the drawing. So I'm just tracing over this right now and just kind of running my mouth while I do that. All right. I think that's about everything. Let me just trace over these little sound lines or lightning bolts. Those kind of, add to the aggressiveness factor. If it was simply just little straight lines, it would just be kind of like, it's just regular making noise, but this really shows how sharp and abrupt it is. So, let me see here. All right. One chirp. That was thunder. Let's add a second one. And that makes two chirps. And I'll just make this third one extra big and obnoxious because it seemed like it was alternating. Like, it kind of, went between, maybe it was just my ears playing tricks on me, but it felt like it kind of went between being, just normal sounding to sometimes being louder than normal. I think maybe that's just what it does. Oh, we got our first comment here from our first request from Komodo Sorelius. Great to see you again. She requested a pretty awesome request in my first couple of weeks. First week she requested a baby dragon. I think it was a baby dragon. And then the second week she requested a chimp riding a bicycle while wearing a sombrero. Those were great requests, and now she's her request tonight is first request tonight anyway is a glamorous 8-legged freak. That actually oh my gosh, the Russian Bagel 101, how you doing? Good to see you here. Great to see you here. All right, so chirp chirp chirp. So yeah, super dramatic, super dramatic. It's got 2 tears falling out of its eye, not just one, because it's just really milking this drama for all it's worth. And I'll go ahead and draw a little dream cloud here. Let me move my paper down so you can see it. Because it's dreaming of a new battery. And I'm going to give it the brand name, the battery brand name, Shock Value. You know, it's a value brand, and if you touch it when you're wet, you'll definitely get a shock. That is for certain. So yeah, he wants his battery. He's so sad. And then I'm going to draw one more character here. This is going to be me. I'm gonna give myself my usual pointy hair. If you see me in the logo right there to my left, that's how I usually draw myself, with this pointy hair. And gonna go ahead and have me put my hands on my ears, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that chirping. Nope, not gonna happen. Also, I'm not sure why I gave myself long sleeves. It's starting to get warm outside. I should really be wearing... And of course, I'm inside, so I got the temperature up to a pretty reasonable amount. So I should definitely be wearing short sleeves. So let me go ahead and fix those up here. DJ Mike Brady, I'm glad you like my battery name. Alright, so now I'm gonna have some similarly arc-shaped eyes for extra dramatic effect, but instead of looking sad, these are gonna be decidedly more, shall we say, irritable. Let me go ahead and just, add some pupils there. Add some extra lines under the eyes for effect. I'll give myself a big curvy mouth, and yeah, I'm kind of losing my mind here. I've been listening to this for quite a while, and I'm ready to break something. I gotta find my nearest I gotta bring out my secret sledgehammer in my closet and show this thing a thing or two. But yeah, there you go. That was gonna be me this evening if not for the valiant effort of DJ Mike Brady coming to solve the mystery of the chirping. This would have been me. This would have been the sensor, the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide sensor, dreaming of its battery and chirping while I lose my mind. Alright, so first drawing done. And alright, so Commodus Aurelius requested... Oh crud, I really do need to start writing these requests down, because I honestly completely forgot what she requested. Glamorous Eight-Legged Freak. That's right. Okay. All right. So I actually So yeah, Eight-Legged Freak. I was talking at work today about this movie from thank you, DJ Mike Brady. I was talking at work today about this movie from the early 2000s that I remember seeing commercials for, that was called Eight-Legged Freaks, and literally the only thing I remember about it, aside from it being a thing that existed, was that the trailer or commercial I kept seeing for it literally had the title appearing on screen one word at a time with this big male voice saying, "Eight-Legged Freaks!" And I always thought it was hilarious. And, oh, Russian Bagel 101. Can you draw a cat machine gunner shooting down a dog helicopter in a great battlefield of cats versus dogs? Oh my gosh, yes, I will totally draw that. Alright, so let me go ahead and draw this eight-legged freakazoid. Alright, I want to make the legs small enough so that I can fit 8 of them here. Oh, DJ Mike Brady, yeah, you might be right. It's been so long. I mean, that was 2000, I think that was 2002, so nearly 20 years ago. That, man, time. Alright, so let me go ahead and, let's see, I got 4 legs here. Let me go ahead and add 2 more. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add some spikes here because nothing adds to a threat like just putting some spikes on. And I mean, yeah, you think spiders are creepy enough as is with all those legs. You put spikes on the legs and you got yourself a real problem. You might want to stay inside, lock the door, order a pizza, maybe not, because then the pizza guy's going to be in danger and you don't want to feel guilty about that. Or maybe they're the kind of person who's just like, no, you know what, I'll risk it because I want my pizza. I want my comfort food while giant eight-legged freaks destroy my neighborhood. But as long as I'm safe and sound inside, cool. Oh, and speaking of time flying by, DJ Mike Brady just dropped a bunch of Nyan Cat emotes in the chat. Apparently Nyan Cat turns 10 years old this year. It came out in 2011. That was the year I graduated high school, and that reminds me that my high school 10-year anniversary of my high school graduation is going to be this June. Because, wow. I just can't even. I can't even with that. That's insane. Also, it looks like I drew that on the wrong line. These lines kind of... It's easy to get them confused. I was drawing them inside that leg instead of on the outsides of the legs. Alright, so I'm going to finish spiking these legs up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and also add some pretty threatening looking eyes, because it's got to be a freak. Alright, there we go. Maybe give it a head a little, make his head a little taller to connect the eyes to it. Alright, and I'm going to add the pupils. That is one freaky looking thing. Actually, I'll make its head even bigger so I can make its mouth extra freaky looking. Go ahead and erase that there. Alright. Alright, can I add some freaky looking teeth? There we go. He's got a big old mouth. Wait, do spiders even have mouths? Oh, Russian Bagel, thank you for the follow. Alright. You know, it just occurred to me, spiders don't have mouths, but you know what? Then again, this isn't necessarily a spider, it's a freak. It's an eight-legged freak. They don't specifically call it a spider, so you know what? I'll keep the mouth. Creative liberties and all. Alright, so let's go ahead and... that doesn't look quite right. Alright, there we go. I'll even add a spike on the end of the tongue because it's got to be as freaky as possible. Alright, so there we go. We got our 8 legs. Go ahead and add a freaky looking fin on the back of it just to really amp up the freaky factor. Kind of looks like the spine on the back of a dinosaur. This is a prehistoric 8-legged freak. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and make this a prehistoric 8-legged freak. So I think to add to that, I'll go ahead and add like a bone on top of its head here. There we go. Alright, so there's the bone on top of its head. And I'll go ahead and draw some stick cavemen who are running for their lives. Give them a club. Give them a little bit of hair there. Give them a big ol' scared mouth. And also gotta add a loincloth to complete the caveman image. That looks more like a dress. Trying to make this look a little more loincloth-like. It still kind of looks like a dress. Let me try to add some spots here. It's some prehistoric jaguar. Hey, Emily Mays, great to see you. Alright, there's one caveman. Got to add another one, or cave person. It could be a man or a woman. So there we go. Once again, want to erase that to make way for the loincloth. Alright, so got the club once again. Once again, just add the little shock of hair. Big old mouth. He's screaming his head off. This one got its loincloth from a striped animal. And then I'm going to add one more because I just got an idea for something else the caveman could be carrying. And something else that this boy right here could have an appetite for. Honestly, it's... I'll explain in just a second once I show what it is. So I'm going to have him carrying a big ol' meat leg. And I seriously have to question the the judgment of this cave person. They're carrying a giant leg of meat while running away from a carnivorous giant 8-legged freak. This kind of makes them a bigger target. I would think you might want to just cut your losses and just leave the meat for the animal or leave the meat for the giant monster and just make your way to safety. But, I mean, maybe this is why cavemen are no longer a thing. Some motion lines here to signify that they're running for their lives. And just to complete the prehistoric scene, I'll go ahead and just draw a little volcano here in the back. I'm going to add the ground here. Just to add a little more to the background. Emily Mays, I'm doing well. Just working, cooking, and drawing, and riding my bike. It's been pretty typical. Let me go ahead and add a volcano here just to complete the scene. It's erupting. Hey, William Harding on YouTube. How are you doing? I'm doing well. How about you? Okay, so prehistoric eight-legged freak. There's a volcano in the background. We got a couple of cave people running for their lives. One of them showing us exceptionally poor judgment by carrying a giant leg of meat while running away from a carnivorous predator. Not the brightest bulb in the lamp. And I think that'll do it. This was a request for Twitch user Komodo Cerelius. And let me just bring up the full view so we can... Yes, L. Lowry, I can totally agree with that. Alright, I'm just... sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. There's several people coming in. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Emily, I think my favorite thing to cook is probably fried rice. It's a favorite of mine. I've really been enjoying being able to make my own fried rice. It's one of my favorites. I just made it this week, actually. William Harding, I am really bad at picking favorites. I guess I could say one of my favorites that I just saw for the first time recently was the Disney live-action version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I just watched it for the first time earlier this year, and I honestly was really impressed by it. Not a typical Disney movie. It was actually kind of intense and didn't really, try to make it safe for kids. It was very classic Disney, like back when Disney wasn't afraid to scare the living daylights out of kids. All right, so let me look back through the chat here. Oh, and I was also going to bring up the full view. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me go ahead and bring that up here. So, yep, just giant eight-legged freak, caveman running away, volcano, bone on top of the creature's head because prehistoric. And there you go. And L. Lowry, I did see your request, cat playing the piano. I will totally get to that right after I get to the Russian Bagels request. He wanted an epic war scene of, what was it, a cat jet and a dog taking down a dog helicopter? Let me just make sure I got that. A cat machine gunner shooting down a dog helicopter. All right. Very cool. This is going to be fun. All right. So, let me go ahead and start off with the cat. Make sure you're all seeing that here. I'm still getting used to moving the paper around so that it's fully visible on the camera, because I could be drawing something up here and none of you would see it. This is my 4th week. I'm still learning the ropes, but hopefully I'll get more comfortable as I go along. Alright, so cat machine gunner. Let's see. So I'll go ahead and have the big opening right here. Emily, it was great to see you. Have a good time at work. Or have a good rest of your shift. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Alright, cat machine gunner. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Got the barrels right there. go ahead and do that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and extend the arm here a little bit since I drew this. Going to move the arm, the paw down so that it's a little closer to where the trigger would be. All right, let's see here. So, yeah, that's more like it. All right, cool. So, go ahead and add the little thing there. I can't remember what that's called, but it's the thing that pops up when you cock a gun. All right, so let me give him some angry eyes. Also, I swear this is not a pig, it's a cat. All right. There we go. William Harding, Bernard from The Rescuers gets stuck in a honey tree. Sure, I'll try to get that in. All right. You know what? I'm actually gonna stop for just a second. I want to start making a list file so I can keep track of all your requests, because I'm probably not going to remember them. I have a really bad short-term memory. It's funny, I can remember stuff from like 20 years ago easily, and yet somehow something that just happened yesterday I can completely forget about. Alright, so let me just go ahead and get these requests logged. All right, there we go. Good. All right, back to the drawing for Russian Bagel. All right, so we got a cat. He's got a machine gun. He's looking pretty fierce. I'm not gonna pick a side here as to which one is the good guy and which one's the bad guy. I'm pretty impartial. I probably am a little more of a cat person, but that's more because I've never been a dog person. But I know that cats are usually more often than not portrayed as the bad guys, while the dogs are the innocent good guys. I'm not gonna do that. They're both bad in this case. They're going at each other. All right, so yeah, there we go. Machine gun cat. He's standing on two legs. This cat means business. All right, he's got his, his tail's got to be a little more, it seems a little casual there. How about we really give it some oomph? Because this cat really means business. He's taking down those dogs. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and get the dog in a helicopter going. All right, so there we go. Got the dog. Move the paper down. Got the dog here. Thank you, Areza0519. All right, so okay, we got him. Got the dog's head, and we're gonna put him here inside this helicopter. Yeah, that's gotta say, I'm not really. I honestly can't say I'm planning on getting in a helicopter anytime soon. They seem like a very treacherous vehicle to ride in. It seems like I've heard of a bunch of accidents that happen in helicopters. They're so small, you can I don't know. It's made me really nervous to ever step inside one. It seems like it would be cool, but it just seems like such a risk. But this boy here is brave. He's doing what he has to do to take down this cat. gonna go ahead and make a little abbreviation here on the helicopter front. So, us humans, we have our SWAT team. Here we have Wolf. There you go, Wolf. This is the Wolf team. Coming to take down the feline frenzy. Alright, so... I'm glad you're liking it so far, Russian Bagel. So, let's see here. And he's got his hands here on these triggers, these little buttons here. Because while this guy has a machine gun and it looks pretty threatening, Doug probably has an even bigger threat up his sleeve here. He's got a giant supersonic laser gun. Look at that thing, man. That is serious business. That could you could take out an entire town with that thing. And here we go. I'm gonna have it firing up here. Kind of a mocking of the meow. No, this is Breow. Breow meets meow. Alright. Alright, yeah, so, and also, I gotta have, we got these two front and center here. Oh, and I also want to have him, I also want to have these bullets kind of rapidly flying out. Actually, let me go ahead and add some, nice sound effects here. Yeah, hold on. Oh, thank you for hosting, DJ Mike Brady. All right. Oh, this is cool. All right. So, to make the surrounding scene, these two are front and center, but in the background and even in the foreground, we have cats and dogs just going at it. There we go. Got the dog here. All right. So yeah, just absolute mayhem here. We got dogs and cats at war, the eternal conflict. Been going on since the dawn of time. They've even heck, there's even been 3 movies. There's a whole film series called Cats and Dogs where it's literally cats fighting dogs. And in that one, the cats are, of course, portrayed as evil and the dogs are portrayed as good. Well, at least in the first one. I haven't seen the other 2. I did see the first one once when it was like, I think I did see the first one one time when I was really little when it first came out. But yeah, I remember that the cats were the bad guys and the dogs were the good guys. Seems like that's usually how they do it. Alright, so we got our dogs and cats and dogs, or at least we got one pair of them. I'll try to speed this up a little bit and get some more in there. There we go. Actually, I almost looked more like a panda bear there for a second. Alright. It still doesn't look quite right. All right, there we go. Make the ears a little longer. It looks a little more dog-like. There we go. So these two are just further in the background, just once again, just flying right at each other's faces. It's gonna be a bloodbath. There we go. All right, very cool. I'll add a couple more pairs of dogs and cats. I'll try to do something a little different here. These two are flying at each other. These two are having a cat fight. It's almost like the dog is stooping to the cat's level and participating in a classic cat ritual. But I'll go ahead and have, this time we'll have, it'll be a little more intense. We're going to have this dog that's being pinned down on the ground by this cat that really means business. That dog be fighting dirty, DJ Mike Brady. I think, you know what? He actually might be a double agent. I think he might actually be a cat in disguise. That's why he's cat fighting. Why he's fighting this other cat, I don't know. This plot goes pretty deep. When you have a conflict like this that's gone as long as this has, you can definitely yeah, there's gonna be some double agent stuff and some undercover secrecy and crisscrossing and double crossing. Alright, yeah, so this cat right here has this dog pinned to the ground. Because he really means business. He wants this dog taken down. So there we go. We go ahead and finish drawing the... So yeah, cat's got the dog pinned down. And to balance it out, I'll go ahead and have the same thing going on here, with the cat being pinned down by a dog. I'll go ahead and give him these big ol' eyes here. Truly a battle for the ages. Truly, yeah, very well spoken, DJ Mike Brady. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that good. Russian Bagel, what do you think? This was a request for him. The Russian Bagel 101 on Twitch. Awesome. I'm so glad you do. Let me go ahead and bring up the full view here. There we go. So yeah, you got the dog in the helicopter that's fighting off this cat with a machine gun, and meanwhile you got cats and dogs just going at it. Let me get a little closer up so you can see the some of the smaller details here. Alright, so yeah, that was an awesome request. Thank you so much, Russian Bagel. And let me go ahead and look and see what requests I got still waiting. L. Lowry wanted a cat playing a piano. And I will totally oblige. You're welcome. You are very welcome, Russian Bagel. I'm super glad you're here. By all means, if you have another request, go ahead and drop it on me. But don't drop it too hard. I got to get up to work tomorrow. I don't want to, have a big physical injury to deal with. All right. So, cat playing the piano. For L. Lowry. Okay, so I wonder, should it be a, hey L. Lowry, do you want it to be like a grand piano or just a keyboard? I guess that kind of answers itself. A keyboard isn't like a true piano. If it was, it would actually be a piano called a piano, not a keyboard. A piano was like a big, grand, wooden monstrosity. Not monstrosity, just a very grand structure that has a keyboard as part of it, but the whole thing is a piano. Whereas the keyboard is it's just the keys. And L. Lowry wants a grand piano. Well, she will get a grand piano. All right. So let's see here. Go ahead and try and draw this out here. That's about roughly the shape of a grand piano. Go ahead and do that there. Okay. And usually it seems like it's the thing has a bit of a rise, like the lid is kind of up off the piano a little bit. We can go ahead and try and replicate that here. And you got a bunch of when you take that lid off, you get kind of look into the inner workings of the piano, which I'll try and draw in a simplified fashion here. So I got the like there's like just the keys, the little hammers that go up and down, tap 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 tap, as you hit the keys on the piano. Go ahead and try and replicate that here. Alright, so we got our little hammers inside the piano. Now let's draw the cat. Or actually, draw the cat, or maybe I'll draw the, oh, the cat needs to be... Oh, we have not had any top hats tonight. Thank you, DJ Mike Brady, for pointing that out. Those are pretty much a staple. Like, there's got to be a top hat at least once per night, once per show. So, yes, this cat will definitely be wearing a top hat. So let me go ahead and draw the keys here first. Excuse me, and all right. So let me go ahead and have the keys here. Is a grand piano. All right, drawing more keys. All right. Okay, there we go. We got our keyboard. Go ahead and start drawing the cat, who is, as requested, as suggested by DJ Mike Brady, wearing a top hat. There we go. Put it right between the ears. And here we go. Let's go ahead and have the cat's arms just flailing out, because he's gonna put this piano to work. He's gonna put out a #1 jam on this here piano. Give some motion to his hands here. Actually, I think I'll go the extra mile and have a second frame of him, his hands going onto the keys. So he's super animated. He's got, not only does he have motion lines here on the hands, but he also has his arms in 2 different positions. He's going to town. Go ahead and draw the eyes here. Get some whiskers in there. And there we go. We got a cat. And just to add to the dapper appearance we got here, I'll go ahead and give him a suit. This cat needs a suit. This cat definitely needs a suit. So, add some sleeves here. And then I'll go ahead and give him a bow tie. There we go. That is one sharp-looking cat. All right. So, I don't know, of course, there's got to be music. So let's go ahead and get some music notes in there. And so, what are the songs that a cat... sorry there. Let me make sure that's on camera. So, what are the songs that a cat would normally write about? I would think, let's go ahead and draw out some... I'm glad you like him, L. Lowry. I'm going to go ahead and... represent the songs he's playing here with these larger notes. So we're going to have this one song he's singing about how much he loves sleeping, because he likes to sleep. Everybody wants to be a cat. Woo! Great, thanks. You know what? Thank you, L. Lowry. I really needed that song stuck in my head for the next 5 hours. Oh, man. Everybody wants to be a cat. Oh, everybody. All right, so we got this, we got this one song he's singing here about sleeping. Classic Meow Mix jingle, totally. All right, so we got a song here about him sleeping. Gonna have another song here about him eating, because, of course, we all got to do it. Gonna have him just kind of laying here on his belly, or not on his belly, his back. He's his back. He's lying on his back, and he's eating some good eats. He's got a little bit of food right there from his bowl. Let me go ahead and make that look a little different. I don't quite like how that looks. There we go. He's got a big ol' bunch of food there on his fork. He's gonna shove it in his mouth. The glutton. So yeah, he likes to sleep, he likes to eat, and he also likes to it's nice to just have his food given to him by his owner, but he also likes to work for it sometimes, which is why he sometimes likes to chase mice. So let me go ahead and add a mouse here. This mouse right here is looking pretty worried. He's kind of in a tight spot because this cat right here has kind of cornered him on this musical note. And he's got that look on his face that makes me kind of uncomfortable. I don't know if I want to be, I don't know if I want to stick around to watch this. This looks like it's going to be pretty bad. He's got his eye on him. Oh boy. So yeah, there we go. We got the trifecta of cat songs right there. We got song about sleeping, song about eating, and song about working for the eventually he's gonna supposedly he is gonna eat. I will leave it up to the audience to decide whether or not the cat gets the mouse or not. Uh, but yeah, there you go. You got the whole trifecta there, and that is the request given by L. Lowry. A cat playing a piano and singing some great songs. If you're a cat, anyway. I mean, he does, I think he does have a human fan base too. But here, I'll go ahead and put this on the full screen there. Also, Areza0519, I did see your comment. So were you by any chance referring to the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? Or is that just where my mind went? Because that's kind of where it went by reading musical cats, the hashtag. Lisa L. Lowry, I'm glad you like it. I will. I look forward to seeing how this looks fully colored. That's what I do. After I go off the air tonight, I'm gonna start scanning these in and coloring them, and I'll have them posted on my social media outlets here. If you look over here to the left of me, I have my Facebook and Instagram accounts. So I'll be posting full color versions of these drawings that I do tonight on there over the next week. All right, so let me go ahead and let's see. So William Harding on YouTube wanted to see Bernard from The Rescuers, Disney's The Rescuers, in a honey tree. I'll go ahead and do that. So I know Bernard has that hat. I'll see if I can try and do this. I can do freehanding kind of well if I have something to look at. If I'm doing it just from memory, it can be a little harder. So let me see here. I know he kind of has like a big round head. And he has kind of this, this hat here. All right, and he's also a mouse, so they gotta give him those ears. And he kind of has these interesting looking eyes. All right, so there we go. That's Bernard's head. So I'll go ahead and so he's in a honey tree. Let me go ahead and draw out his arms. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of have him tentatively inching along this branch on this tree. Go ahead and draw his arms there. They might not be completely accurate to the movie. I apologize. So it's interesting, when I think of the honey tree, I'm immediately thinking of another Disney movie, Winnie the Pooh, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which actually came out the same year as The Rescuers, 1977. So this is kind of like a 1977 Disney animation crossover. All right, let me go ahead and draw this branch here. William Harding, I will, I can do that after I get done drawing this one, the honey tree one. All right, so we got Bernard here. He's tentatively sliding along this branch. He's definitely nervous. I remember from the movie that Bernard is pretty anxious. He's, consistently kind of on edge, kind of nervous. All right, so let me go ahead and finish drawing the rest of the tree. Here's the trunk. And I add another branch or two here. Give it a little more branchiness. That is totally a word. Look, you don't even have to look it up. I can tell you it is a real word in the dictionary. Yes, Bernard is just a little black rain cloud floating around the honey tree. Actually, you know what? That just gave me an idea. I'll go ahead and, instead of drawing the rest of Bernard's body, I'll go ahead and give him a little... He's riding... He's actually got a little black rain cloud here below him that he's riding in. So he's... I was thinking initially he's just inching his way along like he's in serious danger, but I think what's actually happening is he's lifting himself up onto this branch from his little black rain cloud. Let me go ahead and shade that in here so it's a little more black. Alright, and also I gotta have a beehive so it's clear this is a honey tree and not just a regular tree. So let me go ahead and add the beehive here. Give it a little opening. Add in a couple little bees. There we go. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Gotta add the buzzing. Buzz, 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 buzz. Don't get too close to them. They may or may not be murder hornets. Alright, so there we go. We got Bernard in his little black rain cloud about to pull himself onto this branch. Not the wisest decision. You see this rather conspicuous beehive here. I don't know if Bernard is making the best decision here, but there might be something even more dangerous chasing him down below, so I guess he's going to just choose the lesser of two evils. Bees or mysterious dark force that's, what was the villain in that movie? The villain in the first Rescuers movie was Madame Medusa and her crocodiles. I guess Bernard's decided that, if he's going to have to choose between getting chomped by a crocodile or getting stung by bees, I mean, I guess I can admit that, bee stings are probably less fatal. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and just avoid the crocodile and just have the bees, do what they do. It's, lesser of two evils. He has to pick one or the other. But yeah, there you go. There you go, William Harding. There is Bernard in a honey tree with a little black rain cloud. And, let me go ahead and just bring up a full view here. Yep, there we go. Bernard from the Rescuers, little black rain cloud, honeybees in their hive. Oh, thank you, William Harding, for that clarification. Brutus and Nero, those are the alligators' names. Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a really long time. I think my last time watching it was like 10 years ago. Oh, let me put back the regular view. All right, so William Harding also requested another Bernard drawing. Let me see what he said here. He wanted him getting stuck in Rabbit's front door. Another Winnie the Pooh crossover. So let me go ahead and do that here. So I think, yeah. I know the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Winnie the Pooh's home is, of course, the Mr. Sanders sign. And I think I first watched this movie when I was like, I had to have been like probably like, heck, I might have been like a newborn baby when I watched this movie the first time. I'm now 28. I still don't really know what the Mr. Sanders thing is about. I could just look it up. there probably is like an actual backstory to it. I think I probably did look it up at some point. I just forgot what it is. But yeah, Mr. Sanders, that is a definitive mark that it's Winnie the Pooh's house. So I'll go ahead and draw the burrow that leads into Pooh's home. Now, I can't remember. Does Pooh live in a... He doesn't live in a tree. He lives in a cave, I think. He lives in like just a burrow. So let me draw just kind of the edge here of that burrow. Draw the other edge here. I'm going to add some little weeds and grass here just to add to the scenery. And let's go ahead and draw Bernard, who, boy, he just cannot stay out of trouble these days. He, first he was, in that last drawing, he was about to get stung by honeybees because he was allegedly escaping from those alligators, Brutus and Nero. And now, for reasons I can't even figure out, he's now got himself trapped in Winnie the Pooh's front door. I got nothing. Bernard, you really gotta get it together. Mouse like you, just you gotta play it smart. Let me go ahead and make those eyes a little different. Let me redo them. All right. So yeah, we got Bernard is stuck in Winnie the Pooh's front door. How to get there? I guess maybe the alligators kept following him after he escaped. Maybe this is part 2. So he's already kind of been through it. He's got some bee stings here. I'm gonna add some bee stings. Because he's already dealt with the bees, and they hurt, but not as bad as getting chomped by an alligator. That would have been a whole lot worse. You gotta put things in perspective. So he's got some bee stings on him. He's not looking so great, but DJ Mike Brady, a 2021 update of Nyan Cat. I will totally do that next. All right, just gotta finish this up here. So we got Bernard. Yeah, I think the alligators just kept following him after he thought he escaped them. William Harding, will you... all right, it's Stretch from Casper and the Spooktacular New Adventures of Casper. So he's one of Casper's uncles, right? Is he the skinny one or the fat one? I'm guessing from his name he's the skinnier one. I can probably make that happen. All right, go ahead here and finish drawing up Bernard. So yeah, I mean, really not much more to say. He's gotten himself in a pickle once again. I can actually already picture. Well, I remember in the movie when Winnie the Pooh's backside ends up sticking into Rabbit's living room. He dresses it up with flowers and a tablecloth and stuff. I'm guessing, I don't know what Winnie the Pooh would do. I mean, he might do the same thing, or he might just, I mean, he's a bear of very little brain, so he might just be like, maybe he'll just not look at it. And then eventually someone will probably walk by and be like, hey, that mouse doesn't belong in there, and they'll assemble a rescue party to pull him out. Hopefully Bianca's not too far away to get word of his misadventures. Alright, so this is for William Harding once again on YouTube. Let me go ahead and bring up the full view. There we go. Alright, so by request for DJ Mike Brady, I'll go ahead and do Nyan Cat 2021 edition. So, DJ Mike Brady, do you think it should be wearing a mask? That certainly screams 2021 to me. All right, so yeah, it's a cat. So it's a cat with a Pop-Tart body with a big old endless rainbow trailing behind it. So I'll go ahead and just have the big old sparkly eyes. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just give him a mask. But, because he's got to have that smile, I'll go ahead and draw the smile on the mask. There we go. Alright, and got to draw the Pop-Tart body. I can't tell if having a Pop-Tart for a body would be a good thing or a bad thing. Actually, I think I think that would actually be kind of terrible, because you'd have this body that you'd want to eat so badly, but if you eat it, you're dead. You're literally eating your own self, and that's just horrifying. But it looks so good. So you want to eat it, but you can't, and it's an endless conundrum. I think that's probably why the Nyan cat just keeps staring forward, just hurtling into endless infinity with that rainbow coming out of his butt, because he doesn't want to think about that tasty looking body he has. Alright, let me go ahead. I'm going to scroll back up and look at those emotes again so I can just refresh my own memory on the exact details of it. Okay, so he has a tail. Oh yeah, he has a tail coming out of the back of him. And then, of course, there's the rainbow. So we go ahead and draw that out here. All right, and of course, I'm going to add some sparkles here to add to the whole experience. All right, I think that'll do it. He doesn't, I don't think he has feet, but I'll go ahead and give him feet just because I don't know, I feel like doing that. Actually, you know what? No, I'll stay faithful. He doesn't have feet. So he doesn't have feet, and he's also got a Pop-Tart for a body. This cat has it rough, but again, give him his due. He keeps smiling, even in the bleakness of 2021. Nyan Cat continues to smile. He continues to shoot a rainbow. He keeps singing that super catchy, infectious song. Well, some might call it infectious. Some might call it aggravating. It's definitely depends on your perspective or your personal preference. But yeah, this is for DJ Mike Brady. And let me go ahead and bring up the full view here. Nyan Cat 2021 edition with mask. All right, so oh, hey Kaiser Soze, how you doing? Good morning to you too. Actually, it's actually 8:15 p.m. where I am. I've been going at this for over an hour now. And I'm feeling a little nervous. My first stream that I did ended with my phone going dead. And I didn't get it fully because of all the, craziness with the smoke detector. I completely forgot to plug it in and have it charge all the way. So I'm kind of nervous that it's gonna, die before I'm done here. I had it up to like 85% when I unplugged it, or 80% when I unplugged it. So I'm hoping it'll last long enough. And B2 Bomber 81, nice to see you. Do you have a request? And thank you for the follow. All right, so William Harding on YouTube, he had a couple of requests tonight. Thank you, William. So he wanted to see, once again, Bernard. This is going to be like the Bernard trilogy. And he wanted to see Bernard as Stretch from Casper, which I can't think of the design off the top of my head. DJ Mike Brady, that's a good point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say I'll do these two last requests, one for William Harding, one that just came in from William Harding. I'm sorry, I don't have an outlet here that I can use for that. I'll have to figure that out for a later stream, but for right now, I'm just going to hope for the best, fingers crossed. All right, so I think I'm going to do these last two requests. B2 Bomber 81 just requested an Air Force pilot. I'll go ahead and end the stream with that. For William Harding, though, first I'm going to do Bernard as Stretch the Ghost from the Casper franchise. Or I guess specifically the Casper 1995 movie. I've never seen the Casper movie from 1995. I remember seeing the VHS all the time, but I never actually watched the movie. It's kind of it's in that era. I watched a lot of movies from that time period when I was super little, but I never watched that one. All right, so once again, gonna have those eyes, have that uneasy look that Bernard just always has. He's always just kind of like, I'm a ghost. It was BJ Mike Brady. It was. Yeah, and I remember the Little Richard. I remember the Little Richard version of the Casper song. I don't remember ever seeing the. I don't remember actually seeing the movie. And B2 Bomber 81. This is I don't have a favorite brand. This is a Beak, and I prefer using mechanical pencils just because I don't have to sharpen them constantly. These are definitely my preferred. I definitely prefer these over just a regular standard pencil. But yeah, this is a Beak, or Bic, however you pronounce it. All right, so we got Bernard here as a ghost. I'm going to go ahead and just make Bernard a ghost. So he's got his kind of these wavy, stretchy arms. DJ Mike Brady, I could do that. And most people call them Bic. Bic. All right. So yeah, we got Bernard as a ghost. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He's a friendly ghost. He's a 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 ghost. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost now. I'm a ghost now. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. All right. So yeah, there we go. We got Bernard from the Rescuers as a ghost. I'll go ahead and I'll give him a logo. You know, he's gotten 3 drawings tonight. Bernard's earned a logo despite his, lack of better judgment. I'll go ahead and give him a logo. Russian Bagel, it was awesome to see you. Have a great rest of your night. All right, so okay, I didn't quite plan this out correctly. This is gonna be Burn-Ard. And go ahead and Add some cursive here for a nice fancy touch. Burn-Ard the Friendly Ghost. There you go. That was for William Harding on YouTube. Completing the Bernard trilogy. We had Bernard in a honey tree. We had Bernard stuck in Winnie the Pooh's front door. And now we have Bernard the Friendly Ghost. Friendly, but shy ghost. Be friendly, but shy ghost. There we go. Let me bring up the full view here. He's fine. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He's a friendly ghost. He's a friendly ghost. He's a friendly ghost. He's a ghost. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the last request of the night. Sorry, William Harding. I'm gonna end the stream soon. So your last request, I won't be able to get to. But thank you so much for the requests you did make tonight already. Those were great. Alright, so for B2 Bomber, here's the grand finale. Gonna do an army guy. Alright, so there's a lot of ways I could go with this. I could give him like a army, I could give him like just a cap, an army cap that has this bill at the front of it, or I could give him like an army helmet. I'll go ahead and give him an army helmet. Give him one of those old-time army helmets. I'll go ahead and even give him a couple stars. He's made his way up the ranks. He's got not just 3 stars, he's got 4 stars. I think that might make him a general. All right, so go ahead and have him giving the salute. All right, gonna add the pupils here. Last week I drew a snobbish giraffe that was really full of himself, and because of that he showed no emotion. This guy isn't like that. The reason he has this kind of emotionless expression is because he's being reverent. He's not so much he's not being a snob. He's just being reverent. He's showing reverence for his country. So we go ahead and draw the rest of his body here. Go ahead and give him some nice boots. And the boots have a little bit of mud on them. He's been through some stuff. He's gone through the battleground. He's worked his way behind enemy lines. And he does it all because he loves his country. And he has indeed seen some SH-1T. That is for sure. And I'll go ahead and give him a name tag here. And his name's Guy. He's an army guy. His name's Guy. He's Guy. a second here. Not sure what I'm doing. I was gonna make him short sleeves. I'll keep him long sleeve. General MR guy. That's it. Do you know this guy, B2 Bomber? I haven't even finished creating him, man. It's like you already know everything about his personal life. You know his full name. Wow, you get around. All right, so go ahead and gonna do a little bit of camouflage here, or try to do some camouflage pattern on him. And as I'm drawing the camouflage here, I should give a shout out. DJ Mike Brady in the chat has a show that I actually have been doing art for since the beginning, which is what inspired me to. He was the inspiration for me to start the show on Twitch. He's been doing a show since last April called the Thursday Night Quarantine Party. It's a by request show where he mixes with vinyl, and he also does digital requests. But it's a by request show. He will just play 2 hours of great tunes. And he's entering his 52nd week tomorrow. This is going to be the 1-year anniversary show. Technically, the anniversary... It's funny, because the show actually started last year on April 1st, or April 9th. So that'll be right after DJ Mike Brady. Stop lying. You don't know it. You don't know him. You don't know him. Do you? So, yeah, so it's an awesome time. If you're not already following DJ Mike Brady, go click on his name in the chat, follow him, and he goes live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific, like he does every Thursday, and it'll just be 2 hours, possibly more, of great times and great tunes. The chat is always a ton of fun. It's been an awesome. One of the, literally, probably the best thing to come out of last year, for sure. For me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of others. So, all right, we got our army guy, we got our camouflage. And once again, he's got some mud on him. He's been through a lot. He's gone through some tough stuff for his country, but still he stands. He is... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and draw a nice big flag here behind him. Indeed, B2 Bomber, God bless America. All right, go ahead and... I'm going to take some creative liberties here and not draw all 50 stars. That might take a while, and I'm planning on wrapping up here in just a minute. This is the last drawing for the night. But it's a good one to go out on. Nothing like a nice big burst of awesome patriotism to close out a show. Boys, this could actually take quite a while. I'm gonna go ahead and just do these quick little stars here to fill out the rest of this little square. All right, there we go. And DJ Mike Brady. Okay, I mean, I mean, you know what? I can erase these and actually go through the trouble of drawing all the stars. I'm sorry, Betsy Ross. Your work deserves better than my Petulant laziness. Alright. Gotta repent for my sins. Against... Yeah. Man, I feel so ashamed. I've just... How can I disrespect my own country like this? Tisk, tisk. Tut, tut. Oh, DJ Mike Brady, what do you want from me? First you get mad at me for, getting lazy with the flag drawing. Now you want me to go through all this extra time and draw. Like, okay. All right, let me see if I can You know what, I'm gonna make the stars just a little bigger. That'll maybe speed up the process a little bit. Could fix it in post. Yeah, all right. So yeah, while I finish up drawing the stars here, this is gonna be the end of the show. I super appreciate everyone who came in and gave a request. I am planning on doing this on Wednesdays starting at 7 p.m. Unless something comes up, I will plan to be here every week to take your requests. And afterwards, I will be scanning these in and fully colorizing them to post on my social media accounts. Again, on the screen I have my Facebook and Instagram handles. So I'll be posting full color versions of these drawings. All right, there's a slightly more respectable version of the flag, I guess. And that was for B2 Bomber on Twitch. Let me go ahead and give the full view here. And B2 Bomber, I'm glad you approve. All right, so before I go ahead and wrap this up for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick review of all the drawings I did tonight. So let me go ahead and bring up the full view again. So I started off tonight with a little story about my carbon monoxide detector with a dead battery and me slowly losing my mind as it continues to chirp and make noise. And it just wants its battery. It's Shock Value brand battery. And next up from Commodus Aurelius, we had a eight-legged freak that I turned into a prehistoric eight-legged freak. And we have a couple of cavemen in the volcano. We have a caveman with really poor judgment carrying a giant leg of meat while running away from this carnivorous predator. For the Russian Bagel 101, we had a cat with a machine gun and a dog flying a helicopter with a giant laser. And we have cats and dogs just fighting in the background and foreground. For El Lowry, we had a cat playing a piano and playing his trifecta of cat songs. Song about sleeping, song about eating, song about chasing mice. And then we had a trilogy requested by William Harding on YouTube, requested a couple of drawings starring Bernard from The Rescuers. We have the Bernard in the honey tree trying to escape from the unseen alligator below, and he's got a little black rain cloud giving him some assistance here. We got a second part where he's he's gotten stuck in Mr. Sanders. No. Winnie the Pooh's front door. He's already got stung by the bees, and apparently those alligators just won't let up. So he's gotten himself in a bit of a pickle here. And yes, Christina Ariza 0519, I will totally put your arms back up. There you go. Sorry if the little icon in the bottom is kind of obscuring some of it. All right, so yeah, that was Urim, aka the Russian Bagel 101, and might be my favorite drawing I did tonight. All right, so the Bernard trilogy, we had Bernard and the Honey Tree, we had Bernard stuck in Winnie the Pooh's front door, and to wrap it all up, we had Bern-Ard, the friendly but shy ghost. And then for DJ Mike Brady, I did a 2021 edition of the Nyan Cat. He's got a mask on that still has a smile. He's got the the rainbow, the Pop-Tart body that brings up to some disturbing implications. And yep, there you go. And then I finished off the night with a request for B-2 Bomber, Army guy with a giant flag in the background. And I almost cheapened out with the flag, but then I decided to go through the extra trouble to draw the rest of the stars and actually put some kind of effort in. And yeah, that was tonight's show. And thank you again so much to everyone for your requests. Let me go ahead and do the full view here. Yeah, again, thank you so much, everyone. Again, I'll try to be here next week. I'll probably most likely be here next week unless something comes up. I should be here next week to do more requests. This is really awesome. I've really been enjoying doing this. And I'm so glad that everyone's been loving their drawings that they've requested. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm not the best at saying farewell, but yeah. Good night, everyone. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. What DJ Mike Brady? What's kind of foreboding? Why would I not be here next week? I mean, you never know what happened. You never know. Do we need to alert the authorities? Yeah. If I don't play an ELO song next week, then clearly it's because I've been kidnapped. I get that from my father, DJ Mike Brady. He has a thing where he on his show, if he doesn't play ELO, he might have been kidnapped or absconded with. I'm his son. I kind of got that passed down to me. So yeah, ELO. So yeah, if I don't play any ELO, you can maybe assume that I've been kidnapped or absconded with. Maybe. But hopefully we won't have that misunderstanding. Alright, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So night everyone. See you next time.